Take the arms up overhead. And then come around to your left and give yourself a good twist. And take some breaths. Okay, good. And come to center and take your right leg, bring it out. And let's come up and down over the right leg. So we're coming up and we're coming down. And see what you can touch on your leg. You may want to sit on the edge of a pillow if it doesn't feel comfortable. Okay, bring the torso down and see what you can take hold of, and let's take a few breaths. Okay, good, and up, and then we switch. So the left leg is out, and we're coming down and up, down and up. Exhale as you come down, inhale as you come up. Okay, and then come down and see what you can hold on to. Stretch the back of your left leg and take some breaths here. Use your nose if you can. Okay, good. And release. And bring the legs wide apart. And let's try coming forward and then to the right and then up and then over to the left and across and up and down, across and up. And up and down, and then let's change the direction up and come down over your right leg. Slide your hands across or bring your arms across. Come up and down and across and up. Good. And next, let's come into a seated angle. So we have the hands on both legs. We're pressing the heels out. And take a few breaths. Good. And then we'll bring the arms together. And let's have the knees bent. The feet are flat on the floor. And we'll bring the knees from side to side. Okay, this gives a massage to the gluteal muscles, and it stretches the hip joints. Okay, and then knees over to the right. And let's take the left arm around, bring your left hand near your right hand, turn your body, come into a twist. Now you can either stay upright with the spine, or if you want to experiment with coming down onto the elbows, you can bring your elbows or one or both elbows down and turn your head to the right. And we'll take 5 breaths. Okay. And come on up. Bring the knees over to the left side. And let's come around with the right hand. And then either the spine is tall or you're coming down onto your left elbow, maybe your right elbow, maybe onto a pillow. Head turns to the left. 5 breaths. Okay, and then let's bring it up. And let's have the knees bent, the soles of the feet flat on the floor. Try to bring your hips up a little bit. See if that works for your wrists. If it's too much, then you can just come down. Do no harm. Okay. And bring the buttocks down. And let's energize our core right off the bat here by bringing the right knee in. You're lying on your back now. And let's take the left leg up and down. Up and down. You can keep your left leg straight or you can have it bent. Both hands are pulling the right knee in.
One.
Yeah.
One we did.
Right.
Okay. Good. If you're, you may want to mute your phone. We can hear a little, some talking out there.
Earlobes.
Okay, let's switch with the left knee in, right leg up and down. Just lie on the back. Okay, and then still lying on the back, see if you can have your ankles crossed and bring your hands behind the back of your head and just come up and down with your head and your shoulders, up and down. And we'll stay with this just for another 15, 20 seconds. Good. And then coming down onto your back and see if you can tuck both of your hands underneath the buttocks. And both legs coming up and down, up and down. You can have your knees bent, or you can try to straighten out the legs. And be mindful of your back. Okay, good. And then bring those knees in and just rock from side to side. Side to side. So you're massaging your back against the floor. Okay, good. And then let's go ahead and lower the feet down. And just press those feet down and lift the buttocks, lift the hips. A gentle bridge pose. And 3 to 5 breaths in the bridge. Good. And lowering down. And let's roll over onto the belly. We'll come into a sphinx with the elbows right underneath the shoulders. Hips down, head up. And side to side. We'd like to make the deepest connection that we can. And we'd like to have the body be ready to serve others and serve our Creator this day. The hips come down. Head is up. And a few breaths in the Sphinx. The eyes can be either open or closed. Your elbows are directly beneath your shoulders. Fingers pointed forward, palms flat on the floor. Okay, and then from here, if you'd like a little extra challenge, try the boat pose. In the boat, the hips are pressing down, the legs are up off the floor, so is the torso, and the arms are as well. And if it's too intense, you can keep your hands down on the floor, but if you want to make it more intense, you can bring your arms out into a T, or you could take those arms up to frame your head. You are in control. This is your body, and the challenge is to find just the right way of working with it to bring out the most strength, flexibility, circulation, getting energized. Okay, when you're ready, just lower the arms down and turn your head to one side, bend at the knees, and windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Okay, good. And let's go ahead and release it. And place the palms flat on the floor near the thighs. Just take your right leg, bring it up, and then bring it across. And try to bring the toes down toward the floor and press the front of the right shoulder down. So it's a little twist happening. Just make sure your neck is comfortable. You don't have to turn your head in one direction or the other. Just comfort with the neck. Okay, and as you're ready, you can release that side, and then you'll pick your left leg up. You'll bring it across and try to bring your left toes toward the floor while pressing the front of your left shoulder down. And do your best to breathe. Try to keep your mind together with the breath in the moment. Okay. And then release. And bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Come on up into table position. And lift the head and the tailbone up. And then lower chin in, stomach in, chest in. Lift the head, tailbone up, and then stomach in, chest in. It's the cat and the dog stretch. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. Inhale as you lift head and tailbone. Exhale as you tuck your chin in and tuck your tailbone in. And let's come into the side to side puppy stretch. Point your nose toward the floor and bring your head over to the right and then head over to the left. As you bring your head to the right, press your right hip to the right. As you bring your head to the left, left hip presses to the left. It's a lateral stretch for the spine, a side stretch for the spine. We learn how to work with our body better and better with practice. And we have many years of health and usefulness. Okay, let's come back into the table and we'll take the right arm up and thread the needle. So your right arm comes between your left hand and your left knee. And if you have a pillow nearby, you may want to slide it underneath your right shoulder and head. And then you have the option of coming down onto the side of the head if you're very gentle with your neck. If at any point there's a little pain, or if it feels risky, back away. How deeply are you breathing now? Okay, good. Let's go ahead and release. And we're going to thread the needle on the other side. You may want to raise your left arm up first and then thread your left arm between your right hand and your right knee. Come down. You can use a pillow if you want to. Down onto the side of the head. And some breaths here. Okay, as you're ready, come up into a table position. And let's try bringing the right knee forward and sliding the left leg back. It's called the pigeon pose. Head is up, chest is open. Couple of breaths. Good, and then bring that right knee back and bring your left knee forward. Slide the right leg back, and your hands can be on the floor. They can be on your left thigh. Some people will bring their hands behind their back, shoulders back, chest open. Okay, and release, and bring the body into a squatting position, and then from a squatting position into a rag doll, where your head is just hanging down. Your arms are hanging. And begin to squeeze the buttocks and bring the body up. Raise the arms right up overhead. And feet are pressing down, legs are strong, spine is tall. Reach. Okay, interlace your fingers and press your left hip out to the side, make a crescent moon. And then coming up and over to the other side. Pull with the left hand. And then coming up tall. And we're going to arch backwards. You might want to bring your hands on your low back and press your hips forward just a little bit, cause no pain. Open your chest. There's nothing else to figure out, nothing else to think about right now. Just being present, opening. It's like a prayer without any words. Releasing the backward bend. And we'll bring the hands on the thighs and slide the hands down. And then bend the knees a bit and wrap your arms around the back of your legs. If you're able to, take hold of your calves or your ankles with your hands. Top of the head down. Lift the tailbone up. And nice deep breaths. Okay, release the grip and bring it up. Take those arms up overhead. And lower down. Bring the feet wide apart. And bend one knee and bend the other knee. Okay. And let's turn that right foot out. And bend the right knee. And let's have the left hand down. And the right arm over near the head. Slide your left hand down. Create a stretch for the ribs, opening the ribs on the right side. Peaceful warrior. Okay, release. Keep your right knee bent. Take your right forearm, bring it down, and take your left arm up near your ear. It's called the lateral angle. And it stretches the left side of your body. You can gaze forward. You can gaze up at the raised hand. Good. Release. Turn your left foot out. Bend your left knee. Place your right hand on your right leg. Raise your left arm up. Slide your right hand down. Open up your ribs. You can look up if you feel comfortable doing that at the raised hand. And let's have 3 deep breaths. And then coming down with your left arm, coming up with your right arm, pressing down into your right foot, reaching away the lateral angle. Okay, squeeze the buttocks, engage them, and bring the hands right on the hips. And the 5-pointed star. Feet pressed down, the head lifts up, the fingers reach out, chest is open. If you like an added stretch, you can imagine you have a big medicine ball between that you're squeezing with the insides of your legs. Your legs can't move, but they're still engaged, and it's causing an isometric contraction for the adductor muscles. Don't worry too much about that. Just we're creating a contraction in the inner thighs without much muscle movement. Okay. The hands come down, and then we turn the feet out, and we come into our victory pose. Elbows back, chest open. Connected. Able to follow directions. Strong to do what has to be done. May we have a victorious day today. Okay, lowering down. We'll walk the feet together and just shift the weight from side to side. We're going to do a balancing pose next. We're going to go around 7 more minutes in this class today. We got a late start. Okay, so for balancing, we have a choice. We've got the eagle, the dancer. We'll just keep it simple with the tree. Okay, so we'll go with the middle one. Tree, I would say, is the easiest. The eagle is the most difficult. Let's try the dancer. So all the weight on the right foot and leg. And the right arm comes up. And see if you can bring up your left leg and just take hold with your left hand. If you can't take hold, that's okay. Now, if you want more difficulty, you can try to reach back and take the top of your foot or the cuff of, if you're wearing a pants or sweatpants. And then the more difficult position is just to come forward with the right arm near the ear. It's often smart to stand next to a wall or a chair so that you don't fall on the floor. Okay, with control as much as possible, we release and we shift the weight onto the left foot and leg, and the left arm comes up. And then take that right leg. That right leg comes up. You can hold on with your hand, if that works for you, with your right hand. If you like, you can try to reach back and take hold of the top of your foot. And the final stage is to bring the torso forward while keeping the left arm near the ear, pressing the right foot into the right hand. Okay, gracefully releasing and bringing the hands right on the hips. Make some circles. And circling in the other direction. Good. And let's make our way down. And we'll do a final spinal twist. So you can have your right knee pointed up toward the ceiling. Your left leg can be either bent or straight out. This can be done in a chair too, if you are not up for being right on the floor. And it's just coming around with the right arm and twisting the torso and pulling the stomach in. And breathing, the spine is tall. Okay, and when you're ready to release it, come back, lift the top of the head, lengthen the spine tall, and then we'll be twisting again with the left knee pointed up toward the ceiling, the right leg either bent or straight. I like to hold on to the knee with the opposite hand. Some people like to take the knee in the crook of the elbow or bring the entire arm over the leg. Try to press both of your sitting bones down. If you can, make contact with the floor and the sits bones, the buttocks. Twist and breathe. Okay, when you're ready to release, and take a moment to do anything else that's called for. It might be another twist. It might be just coming down onto your back for a few moments of relaxation. And after I ring the chime and stop the recording, of course, you can ask any questions at that point, or you can just continue your relaxation.
Bye-bye, Andrew. Thank you.
Lovely day.
You too.
The breath is flowing in and out. And you're aware of the breath. This world is governed by an intelligence way beyond our ability to understand. There's love all around us. In every way, let's try to be a part of what's good and kind this day. And may we remember that even if we don't understand what's happening, there is great intelligence, goodness, and love at work. And I'll ring the closing chime.
Thank you
And
very much.
may we add to what's good.